When you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money, we ran on the digit, we ran on the money. We ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on some money, we ran on some digit, we ran on some money. I'm living like I'm on the field for the Hennies. I talk lots of shit like my bitches are dangerous. They didn't know me once, so I left them with wishes. You know it's a drop when you drain and can't flip it. I'm living big, I swear to God, on Luke ain't kidding. Money, turn it up, mama. Gon' slam her some dope, her hair gray like a grandma. You know my ice blinking like Dolce, like a panda. Roll it, hold it, I couldn't control, shout it like a channel. My racks are squeaking on that pot and I hop in that Rari, I crank go like water. Horses don't stop, they keep going. Yeah. You can lose your life, but it gon' keep going. Why not risk life when it's gon' keep going? When you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money, we ran on the digit, we ran on the money. We ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on some money, we ran on some digit, we ran on some money. I'ma do me some dough like confusion. I'ma go in that bit with a ruler. I'ma toast me a nigga like Schroeder's. I'ma keep a red flag cause I'm buller. I know some roller spaces like a duelist. Yeah, I was screaming on my car like cool. When I snorted, I feel like I was aborted. If I ever died, baby, better drop was bored. I been getting money before the music for Pandora. I did do this shit when I get bored. Nigga, horses don't stop, they keep going. Yeah. You can lose your life, but it gon' keep going. Why not risk life when it's gon' keep going? Yeah. When you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money, we ran on the digit, we ran on the money. Run it up. We ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on some money, we ran on some digit, we ran on some money. We got London on the track.
Today, we're going to talk about the NBA Finals, craft up winners on the diamond, and let's cash another squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. Well, Jovan, the Orioles have now lost 7 games in a row. What a fucking joke. 15-31, more than 15 games under 500. You just got swept by the Nats. I haven't seen the Nats sweep a team, let alone the Orioles, I don't think in my lifetime. I'm all for reading a good book in the off season when your fucking feet are in the sands and you don't have a baseball game to worry about. Mid-season, when you got a 6 ERA, fucking lock in, buddy. Put the books down. Grab a baseball. Hit the fucking treadmill, Trevor.
Which the Cubs are a team where if you give them like a single-pronged approach, simple approach at the plate, they can only key in on one pitch, which with Mikey Over is exactly what you have to do. They have been demolishing those pitchers every single time they see it. They ain't stopping now. I'm buying in. We're seeing a shootout.
320 feet. I could hit a ball that far. I mean, when do we normalize celebrating pop-ups? Aaron Judge, typical me guy move. Hitting a nuke there instead of just putting the ball in play. And look, he didn't make the dimensions of the park, but he decided to play in them, and that shit pisses me off.
I got too much to live, no time to forget. New chrome, yeah, I got this shit on my head. You grown, shit, no, I don't got time for this. Alone, you just wanted something.
What is going on, chat? Happy BTL Wednesday, episode 712 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your host, Krabs. No Jovan today. He'll be back probably tomorrow. W Subby's coming in. Yay, lads, dropping a 20-unit whale at the end of TMA. Yay, lads, you are him. I just noticed that. Let's fucking go, dudes. W's. W squad ride last night as well. Let's fucking go, chat. And as always, BTL presented by Bookit Sports. If you're not using Bookit Sports to track your bets, what are you doing? Start tracking your bets today on the best bet tracking app out there by far on the App Store or Google Play. We got Gabe coming in, dropping a 5-unit sub whale. Get the day started. Get the party started. Let's fucking go. Gabe? Atta babe? W's. All right. You guys are fucking goated. We already got some subbies starting out the show today. Love to see it. W vibes. Got the YouTube chat up and moving as well. Where are my YouTube goats at? Where are they at? We got 69 Nice. Great name. 20-unit Cubs ML. Got me back from retirement. We're so back. Ian Happ owns Mick Abel. I'm going to have to change his name to Muck Abel after that start last night. We got OG Sour coming in with a 5-unit whale. Let's fucking go, OG Sour. Yes. Yes. Come on. You guys are goated. Subbies are flowing. Love to see it. No Gerard homer, but y'all are goated, so I had to gift. Bro, you are him, Gabe. I appreciate you, Beast. We would have been rich if Gerard hit a home run, but we were never getting everything last night. We got Moose, 2727 coming in hot. W Moose getting the hype train moving and grooving. Wow. Those don't grow on trees, folks. How about a hype train? Shout out Moose. Shout out Sade Whiteman coming in hot with 5 subbies for the peeps. Let's go, Sade. Damn, you guys are goated. So many subbies to start out the Wednesday stream. Let's fucking go, boys. No surge stream from Trent today, but we are going to have Rav, stepping up, hosting the surge stream today, and then I'll step up and host it tomorrow. We're not letting you guys go a couple days without no surge stream. Okay, we will be there. So get your plays ready. Rav stepping up to the plate and hosting the surge stream right after BTL today. So drop those Ravs, build his confidence up a little bit, gas him up. All right. Vanisk, he's got his head in the right place. 2 more days until the PLL. Let's fucking go, Vanisk. What a run we're on in the PLL. 8-2 in the PLL so far this season. If you're not tailing, you simply don't like money. It's not even about betting lacrosse, right? It's not even about that or watching the lacrosse games on ESPN Plus every weekend. It's about making coins. What are you doing sitting on the fucking sidelines, not getting involved, tailing the PLL plays? I cost you guys coins last year. I heard the chirps. I locked in this year. I'm spending more time labbing. I'm spending more time finding winners. And so far, knock on wood, it's working. Start tailing. 8-2 this year in the PLL. If you don't like money, don't tail. That's fine. If you like making coins, tail. Get involved. Okay? All right, let's keep moving and grooving. So many goats in the YouTube chats. Yeah, let's pull up the squad rack real quick here, Gucci. Wow, mini Meg vibes. They made us earn it at the end, but it was really never a sweat for long. Runs, base runners galore. Just a great call. Shout out Jovan for this over. I know it was on my card as well, but mini Meg vibes. Hope you guys cashed. Hope you guys tailed. Squad rides for the year are now over 500, 52, 51, and 1. Considering we were 20 plays under 500 not too long ago, that's honestly kind of impressive. That's called digging yourself out of a fucking hole, folks. Look it up. Overall, 356, 290, and 15. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. 356, 290, and 15. We are 5-2 in the month of June. Let's keep moving and grooving. Let's stay hot. Let's not get fat, happy, and complacent. Knock on wood. Always. Okay? Scott wants some coins. Back from my wedding and honeymoon, usually lurking in the Twitch chat, but in the YouTube today. W. Scott, hope you had a W wedding. Hope you had an even better honeymoon, and I hope you're ready to lock back into the slate today. Let's fucking go. We got Madul lurking in the chat as well. Do you want my CFL play for tomorrow, today, or tomorrow? Madul, feel free to start talking about it, but certainly would love you to pop in tomorrow and remind me to tail it. Okay? W's. What else we got, Goodsy? How about a little sharp report recap for the peeps? Solid day. 4-1. Red hot on the books. Red hot on prize picks. Although we did miss that Shane Smith walk square that pissed me off. W. Brandon Fought look. 4-0 on the surge stream. Pitch and plays this month. Let's stay hot. I'll be on there later with Rav. Yeah, and the straight bets are hitting as well. The book plays are cashing. Let's stay hot. Let's not get fat, happy, and complacent. Let's stay dialed in.
I'll speak on Javon's half here. I know he'd rather not go 2-3, but that Yankees team total needs to go in the hall.
Great play.
That was one of the freest wagers of all time.
Early runs, and they took a little break, and then they came back in the middle of the game. And they dropped a 10-piece. No sweater. Right there, Goots. Great call. He deserves his flowers for that play. Sure he can. Legacy start for Brandon Fought. Yeah, that one simply meant more. I mean, if he pitched like shit, he was probably getting sent down to the minors for a little adjustment period. So that one simply meant more for Brandon Fought, a guy who simply did not want to get sent back down. Let's go, Brandon Fought. Attaboy. I got a couple pitcher squares we'll talk about today, especially one that's in the Sharp report that you guys are probably going to hate, but that might be a good thing, and that might mean it's a winner, folks. Ugly square on the surface. We'll talk about it. If you want to drop your guesses, feel free. Let me know what you guys are sweating out in this Cal Quantrill versus the Pirates game. Looks like Miami didn't score. It I left the guy on base in the top of the first. Let me know if you guys are sweating out anything so I know what to root for. Okay. CFL play for Thursday. BC Lions money line. Bombers starter is out tomorrow, and Rourke is goated. All right. Keeping it simple, Madul. Keeping it simple, my man. We got some people sweating out the Marlins Nerfy. Let's go, yay, lads. Sure we can. You said D-backs was your favorite play yesterday. Got to let us know your favorite one again. Vanis, I'll be honest. Typically, my favorite play will be the one that loses, and then the other 4 will be the ones that hit. And then I'm pissed off because I put too many eggs in one basket. So tail all the plays responsibly and the same amounts. But yeah, favorite play, and I'm happy to let you know my favorite play again today. But typically, I'm like, yeah, that's my favorite play, and then that's the one play that fucking loses. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Guards ML, we're sweating. I've got a prize picks lineup in this game starting up here in a little bit. If you guys want to tail, a little 2-piece on prize picks. And then we'll get to the rest of the recaps here. How about Ben Brown, less than 15.5 pitching outs? Weird looking chart. Ben Brown's been pretty solid of late, but nothing to write home about. Jesus Luzardo, less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. He's been quail shit of late. I think he locks back in today. Has a pretty damn good outing against the Cubbies. I'll take that less than 2.5 earned runs allowed for Jesus Luzardo, and I'll pair it with Ben Brown, less than pitching outs. Okay? All right. Let's keep moving and grooving. W. Vanisk. Yeah, we're making coins. That's all that matters, right? The one thing we did not make coins on yesterday, Dinger Tuesday, my kryptonite. I stink at Dinger Tuesday plays, man. I stink at them. Stunk it up again last night. I know we've had better luck overall this season compared to last year, but not my best work last night on Dinger Tuesday. So Matt Shaw, he had a warning track shot. Paul Goldschmidt had a couple singles, I believe, or at least a single, didn't do much. And then Gerard didn't do shit. Didn't do shit. Mike Trout's moose, Junior Caminaro's moose, and Fernando Tatis ain't winning the MVP. We can move. Okay. What else we got, Gootsy? I believe that's it. YouTube chat getting up and moving today. Oh, sure. Courier Pounds in the YouTube chat. Let's have a day. Why not us, Courier? Yep. We got Doc in the YouTube chat as well. We got Gabriel. What's good, Beast? Good to see you guys holding it down in the YouTube chat. All right, Goots. Pretty good night last night in the KBO, or I guess morning.
Yeah.
Right? 5:30 a.m. Eastern games. How about a little 2-1? A little 2-1 day. Doosan did not come through. That's what I get for fading Hanwha. That's on me. Lotte came through, though, at plus chicken against KT Wiz. And then the Kia Tigers came through against the Samsung Lions. Could not figure out for the life of me why Kia was a favorite in that game. I guess we found out why last night. And then the Lotte Giants coming through as a dog. Simply means more for the Giants. Sure. 2-1, we take that, we move, we groove. You guys want some more PLL plays the rest of this week or what? Certainly did not get nearly enough love on that post for the effort I put in to get those plays. But if you guys are extra nice, maybe I'll drop some more PLL plays for tonight. We got Pip. Sure we can. We got Brandon Cola in the YouTube chat, just spamming Jose Perez unders. Sure he can. Keep dropping those. Makes me smile. People forget we used to just fade Jose Perez every game. Every game. What's up, Spoon Daddy? Good to see you lurking in the YouTube as well. Going to take all the plays next time. Probably a good move, props and chops. Just take them all responsibly. Take them all responsibly. Even if you got to cut down the units, I'll go half unit on all 3 plays since it's KBO. That ain't no problem. Okay. Krabs, they added Crash to my book, and it's electric. What is that, Beef Stewski? What is that? All right.
That's a game where like the rocket goes up and you have to stop it before it goes down. Yeah.
Interesting. Surely that's not rigged, right?
Yeah, not rigged at all.
Rumors of a PLL Saturday stream from Krabs. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. W sweats last night. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a great fucking time last night playing MLB The Show. Somehow lost to Trent. You know I'm going to be getting my lick back. But W stream last night. We're going to fire up another Night Sweats on Thursday. Okay, probably not tonight, but Thursday, unless I hear anything else from the squads. And then I'm going to fire up a PLL stream on Saturday for the night game. I believe it's the Water Dogs. Let's see. It's the last game of the weekend, 7 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Ooh, it's a good one. Denver Outlaws versus the Water Dogs. Jeez. I'm surprised that one didn't get flexed to ABC, but I guess they're doing the day games on ABC and the night games on ESPN+. 2 words, chat. Saturday night lacrosse. Who's with me? Who's ready to make some coins? Again, this is the sport I'm 8-2 betting so far this season. Let's stay hot. Let's stay hot. All right? W Money Talk. Good afternoon, Krabby. Fought outs, was piss. God, Money Talk. Just too many fought sell jobs on the surge stream. I knew it was sharp. It was almost too sharp. I knew all those squares weren't going to hit. That's okay, though. Money Talk Sports. I know you're bouncing back today. It was always the fought less than earned runs allowed, I guess. Shit. Yeah, those 2 home runs sucked. Spoon Daddy, can't believe Smith sold me on the extra walk last night. I was at the Astros game. I know, dude. God damn it. That cost me a couple lineups. W Ron Dope. Yeah, we've been on fire this week. I mean, I'll let you guys know. You know I track all my bets. And I got to track, actually, these ones manually for the KVO on this other app. Okay. Goots, was it Doosan? Was that the one loser, I believe? And the other plays were winners? Yeah, I think Doosan was the loser. And then Kia and Lotte were the winners. But it's been a pretty good month overall, Goots. I hope you've been tailing. Although knowing our luck, you probably only tailing the losers.
No, I tail them. It's just last night I was asleep when you posted them. So I didn't tail. But
Well,
usually,
Tuesdays, you got your golf league, you're tired.
Yeah,
worn out.
Usually don't go to bed that early, but yeah.
You were gassed, Goots. That's okay.
Gas.
Get some extra sleep going.
Yeah.
Last 30 days for me, 84, 62, and 2, up 14 units. Sure we can. You guys know I'm the streakiest bettor in the game. I'm either red hot or ice fucking cold. Get involved while I'm still hot. That's all I'm going to say about that. Alejandro Kirk has been hot. His HRR is free versus lefties. See, Money Talk Sports, that language hurts. And I love that Luzardo pitching out square, though. I'd rather go with that 100%, even though I'm a Kirk guy. You know, I'm not trying to back a guy who's been on fire, but I know in baseball you can get away with that a little bit. You can get away with that a little bit, squaring up. I just won't be doing it. Okay? What's up, DJ Fitz? Good to see you lurking, my man. Would love to hear a DJ Fitz sell job on the Surge stream today. It would make my day. Would bring a smile to my face. That's for sure. All right. 2 words, Coop Eagle, back. We're dialed in. We're seeing the board great. We're hitting bets. The vibes are up. The streams are great. Let's keep moving and grooving as we inch closer to football in a couple weeks. Guys, it's going to come. It's going to get here quicker than we even expected as of right now. I mean, it's 2 months out. In 2 months, we're going to be so close, foaming at the mouth, chomping at the fucking bit to bet on football. We are so close. Man, I was actually looking at preseason lines last night. Is that crazy? Probably. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving. WKBO plays. The only thing we sucked at last night was the Dinger Tuesday plays. So we will bounce back on those next week. For now, why don't we hop in and talk about some of my favorite plays for today on the books? Let's get to it. W Drew, you appreciate the vibes in the chat. Appreciate the level 5 hype train we had going. We got Professor C30 coming in, dropping a follow on the Twitch as well. Also live on YouTube. Okay. Money Talk Sports, you're not wrong. Sometimes you just need a back of bat who is hot. And yeah, if you're a Jays fan, that's a good point. You know your squads. All right. Dubs. Let's talk about some of my favorite plays for tonight on the slate. All right. And again, let me know in the chat what you guys are sweating out in these early games, so I know what to root for. But let me give you some plays for the afternoon and for tonight. We'll start out with Brian Wu versus Erod. So many runs in this series so far. And I am going to drop my contrarian hammer on the first 5 under in this game. Go ahead and keep me away from the full game under. We got lucky last night back in the D-backs on the ML and not having to stress about their bullpen since they put up 10 runs. Instead, today, I don't want to back that bullshit bullpen again to go out there and do job 2 nights in a row. That's a lot to ask. Their bullpen is that bad. Instead, I will go out there and back Rodriguez, who for some reason has some crazy looking squares on Prize Picks. We'll talk about one of them in a moment, but he's got some squares that make me feel like he's going to have his best start of the season by far tonight. And against this ice cold Mariners lineup. Not the hottest of takes, right? It kind of makes a little bit of baseball sense, and that could be the difference. Doesn't make too much baseball sense looking at his 7 ERA. Now he's been pitching of late, but he's got a chance today against a lineup that's been struggling against lefties and has been struggling just overall in general. So I want to go ahead and fade the Mariners bats once again. And after the Diamondbacks dropped a 10 spot last night, I'm going to go ahead and fade their offense as well. But again, keep the bullpens out of this, although I wouldn't mind having the Mariners bullpen involved in an under. But looking at the Diamondbacks bullpen, we got lucky last night. No need to run that back again. Let's isolate. Let's stay hot with these first 5 unders. First 5 under 4.5 in the Mariners and the Diamondbacks game. After a bunch of runs in the first 2 games of the series, I think the offense has come out a little sluggish, and you see Erod with his best start of 2025, which is not saying much. But I think he goes out there and throws a gem. And then Wu has that 2.5 earned runs allowed square. It was green his last 2 or 3 outings. Makes me think he's going less than that number as well. So I'll go ahead and lock in the first 5 under, fade the offenses, fade fun early on. Okay. Dubs. Ben Brown, less than outs with Phillies ML. Yeah, I don't hate that, Dr. Porkchop. I certainly like that Ben Brown less than outs play. I paired that with Luzardo less than 2.5 earned runs allowed on Prize Picks. Okay. Speaking of fading offenses after a bazillion runs, let's head to this Rangers and Twins game. 1 million runs in this game last night. And the total opened up a little bit lower than I expected. 16-4. The final score was last night in this Rangers and Twins game. That is insane. 20 runs. And the total opens up in this game at 8.5, lower than last night's total at 9. Okay. That's pretty weird. And you can make an argument maybe the pitchers, are a little bit better today on the bump. I don't know if I could really make that argument. You look at some of the squares up there on Prize Picks for these guys. Jack Leiter's are kind of mids. Festa's squares make it seem like he's going to be at least serviceable today. So I'll lock in the under in this game. Anytime we see 20 runs in a game, I'm looking to take that under the next spot the next day, and seeing the total drop and the odds shifting from -110 to now -115, -120 some places for the under 8.5 in this game was pretty weird considering we saw 20 runs last night. I would have expected to see this total on the way up, especially with sketchy Leiter and sketchy Festa and that 5.5 ERA on the bump. So I think Festa actually shoves today. And I think the Rangers bats regress after their best game of the season last night. Mandatory fade. Thought about taking the team total under, but instead I'll just back the full game under after we saw 20 runs in this game last night. Fade the offenses, fade the bats, and back the pitchers. I think Leiter does enough. And honestly, looking at Festa squares, I think he pitches pretty darn well today. And got to fade that Rangers offense. It's not good after a great performance last night. Has to be done. Has to be done. Might be Ma. Sure he can. Matt Wallner Nuke saved a parlay for me. Why am I saying his name when I have an under in the game? Why? Fuck. That is Moose. Every time I say his name, he hits a home run. He already has 2 in the last week. All right, let's keep moving and grooving. Got one more play for you guys. Could not get out of my head. Jovan talking about the, the Red Sox -150 before the series started to win the series against the Rays. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I know they're home. I know they get some, Red Sox tax on the lines when they're home. I get that at Fenway, but the way the Rays have been playing of late, minus that game last night, they've been great. Bats are starting to come to life even at home. They're starting to score some runs, and they're 5 games over 500 still, even after that loss last night. So, thought it was pretty weird seeing Walker Buehler at -115, but I'll put that bias to the side, I guess, with the Red Sox and their -150 price pre-series to the sides. And let's talk about some of the squares for these 2 starting pitchers up on the bump today. I got a pretty good feeling of Littell squares. I feel like I take this guy every start, whether I'm fading him or backing him. It's super weird, but he always has extremely telling squares up there on Prize Picks. If you look at the squares he's got up there today, you'll notice the fantasy score is extremely green. He's been great so far. And obviously he's pitching in a hitter's park tonight. Obviously facing a Red Sox lineup that's supposed to score 10 runs a night, right? I think Littell gets mucked up today. He's got a 2.5 earned runs allowed square that's a goblin was fully expecting this to be a normal square, but a goblin today. That means the over is juicy on the books. After he's only given up 7 runs in his last 4 starts total. Dude's been great. And he's hanging that weird earned runs allowed square. So I think the Red Sox put up a couple against Littell. And then you go over and look at Walker Buehler's squares. Wow. Walker Buehler's squares are weird. The guy's coming off a -3 fantasy score against the Yankees in his last outing. Jesus Christ, Walker Buehler. Reminds me exactly like when we backed Lucas Giolito last night, when he came off that atrocious outing against his former team, the Angels, and then shoved last night against the Rays on the road. We get a very similar vibe in this game tonight. Thought about just going back to the well, taking Red Sox ML. Thought about going back to the well and taking some Walker Buehler squares. Thought about fading Zach Littell on Prize Picks, but the play I ended up going with, trusting my gut, first 5 ML for the Red Sox here. I don't want to involve the Red Sox bullpen. I don't. They've cost me coins already this season, so I'll take the Red Sox early on. I'll lean into these starting pitcher squares up there on Prize Picks. I'll fade Littell in that crazy low fantasy score. I'll lean into Walker Buehler having a pretty good start today. And again, guys, the total in this game is at 9.5. It's not going to be a pitcher's duel. It's not going to be a shutout. Okay, so Walker Buehler can give up a run or two, and we're still in business here. There's going to be runs. I think they're mainly coming from the Red Sox in this game. I think they make a statement early and often, scoring plenty of runs. I think they win the game. I think they win the series. But I like the first 5 ML angle the best. Let's lean into what squares Prize Picks has given us, and let's make coins off of it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Okay? Yeah, how about that Soriano start last night, Clutch? Insane. Thoughts on the Cubs ML? I mean, I'll be honest. Kind of like Luzardo and the Phillies. Not enough to bet it, though. 2 solid squads. Excited for this game to start up here in a couple minutes. I'd probably lean the Phillies. But again, my favorite angle in that game is Ben Brown less than pitching outs. I'm pairing that on Prize Picks with Luzardo less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. Okay. I don't know if I like the first 5 under or the under in the game, Austin. I'll be honest. I certainly am not taking the over after last night, but I don't know if I like that, if I'm being real. Okay. I think the Phillies, maybe first 5 could be a decent look. I do think Luzardo outpitches Ben Brown today. Luzardo's been struggling of late. All right. Need a fire 2-leg max. I mean, you could go with that 2-leg. Van Nisk. It starts up in 3 minutes, though. Could go Ben Brown, less than pitching outs, and Luzardo, less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. Or you can wait for my sharp report 2-man. Okay. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving. Would love to take a peep at these Prize Pick squares that I brought with me today. Why don't we shift? Why don't we pivot? Talk about some Prize Pick squares, and I'll answer some questions here in the YouTube chat as well. We got Curry of Pounds, Larkin. Krabs, how you feeling about the Phillies' first 5 ML? I like it. I like it. If I had to back the Phillies, I'd probably take them that way. And just back Luzardo against Brown and keep the fucking bullpens, keep the fluke shit out of it. Okay? Why do you think Luzardo shoves, though? Luzardo's been dog shit. He's given up like 20 runs combined. Not even a joke in his last 2 starts. So if that's the case and he's going to get mucked up again, why are they hanging a 2.5 earned runs allowed square against debatably the best offense in Major League Baseball? You think they're just giving you a freebie? These dated monkey 6'9"? You think they're just giving you a handout? I wish it was that easy, man. I really do. It would save me a ton of time, and it'd be way easier to make coins. Unfortunately, that's not how it works, like Austin Rendies and a lot of people in this chat know. Go take a peep at that Luzardo square and tell me you don't think he's going less than, and that's the easiest looking more than on the board today. You can't argue it. It's facts. Krabs, how about all these pitcher fantasy squares? All last 5 green, Bubic, Schmidt, Patrick, and Vasquez. Certainly want to fade Chad Patrick today. Wouldn't mind fading Bubic either, but that's obviously a Yankee tax. Clark Schmidt, we'll talk about that game in a little bit here. See how he pitches. And then Vasquez, Vasquez is a dog shit pitcher, so I'm not really looking to get involved with him much. He's one of those guys, if anything, I just square up and fade him. maybe we can do that today. Honestly. I think they might be, but can't wait to circle back with you after. All right. Good luck out there, these dated monkey. If you really think they're giving you a freebie handout like that, you got to reassess and reevaluate. But wish you the best of luck, my man. Yes, they hand us easy picks, Bear says in the YouTube chat. Okay. We will have to agree to disagree on that. All right, Erods. Eduardo Rodriguez, less than 4.5 hits allowed. He's going to go out there and shove against his struggling, reeling Mariners lineup. They can't hit shit. They're not hitting shit today. And go look at that chart. Crazy. I don't use PP, but I'm on over a full game. Okay, good luck. Erod. Erod has been terrible this season. Erod, people are saying maybe he's washed. Maybe it's time to move on from Erod. Maybe he's not the same old guy. Well, I think Erod has his best start of the season tonight. Go look at his squares on Prize Picks and tell me they don't know something. Pretty confident they do. Crazy looking square for his hits allowed there. Less than 4.5. Doesn't hurt that the Mariners lineup has been offensively inept of late as well. And I love that the total in this game opened up at 8.5. I don't care if it's moved up to 9. No shit, it's going to move up. Everyone and their mother's betting the over after 2 straight overs in this series. Runs have been coming. They've been flowing with ease, right? So who in the right mind wants to back Erods to go out there and shove? I do. Probably not many more people. Climb aboard. We got plenty of room. Plenty of room on the Erod bandwagon, folks. And I'll tell you right now, maybe the weirdest part of it, minus 125 to the under on the books. Super weird. Super, super weird. Krabs, you're doing a good job holding down by yourself. Stay dialed. W Groovy. Appreciate the support, Beast. Appreciate it. O's report, maybe we save that for a little bit later. Or just not at all. Okay? Zach Littell is shit crab. Stop trying to tell these people otherwise. Well, he's been absolutely shoving. Check the stats. You can't deny it. He's been really good. Will that continue? No. Is he a solid, reliable veteran that's pretty consistent? Yeah. He never really gets destroyed. He always goes out there and gives 5, sometimes 6 innings. He's pretty reliable. But tonight, he is going to get destroyed for the first time in a while. Is Krabs on Thunder or Pacers tonight? We'll talk about that game, Jake. We'll talk about it. Can't believe you're on Wiggins after his legacy game. Well, Turner Mac, I am on the less than. Less than Aaron Wiggins. 6 points. He's at 6.5 on the books. Always love seeing Prize Picks. Put him in a different number and leaning that way. Typically a good sign. Worst case is pushes if he bangs 2 threes. But yeah, have to fade Aaron Wiggins. Legally obligated to fade a Terp. Hate fading Terps. Maryland kid. But has to be done after his legacy Make-A-Wish performance where he went out there and dropped 18 points and was the glue that held the Thunder together in that last game. I am legally obligated to fade. Has to be done. I don't make the rules. I just follow them, folks. And if you follow the rules, you make coins. Tonight, it's fading Aaron Wiggins. I know it's a great story. I know nobody wants to do it. Everyone's like, you're a piece of shit. You're fading a kid after his one good game. I don't care. I'm not here to, hold hands and sing songs and rah-rah and take fun plays, right? No. You guys want that, and you got other fucking places you can go watch them. I'm here to win. And if you want to win tonight, you got to fade Aaron Wiggins. You got to fade the Terp. Plain and simple. Take his less than 6 points. If he goes over his points prop tonight, I'll do a $100 giveaway on BTL tomorrow. I'm that confident. If he goes over this number, if he scores 7 or more points in this game tonight, I will do a $100 giveaway on BTL tomorrow to get the show started. He ain't scoring 7. He ain't even scoring 6. Fade Aaron Wiggins. In a game I like the under in. Certainly like his under, but I like the under in general in this game. Have to fade him. Going to Indiana as well. You're not going to see the role players thriving as much as you did in game 2. Okay. Leo, I want to win, man. I want to win. I'm here to win. I'm a winner. Okay, that's all we're doing this month is winning. Plain and simple. Let's stay hot. Let's stay locked in. Let's keep the blinders on. Let's not get fat, happy, and complacent. And let's keep winning. Why not us? Why not us? Do I got to tell you guys the fucking record of late. 30, 17, and 1. Last 7. If you're not tailing right now, just don't like coins. Plain and simple. 84, 62, and 2. Up 14 units in the last 30 days. Get involved. Tail. Krabs, does Trent get one on the road? We will talk about that game in a moment. What's the updated all-time KBO record? I got to crunch the numbers, Canadian Goots. But I'll tell you right now, it's good as fuck. It's good. Yep. Sharp report link, please. Yep. And Lazardo dialed. I'm seeing in the chat. I got to get that game pulled up. Let me know any updates in that puppy. Okay. And yes, I will. What do you got, Goots? Okay. First out of the game. I bet. Oh, now we got 2 outs. Kyle Tucker. Wow. Kyle Tucker's been a strikeout machine this series. The hell is he doing? The hell is he doing? W. Not Trey Young. Thank you for showing up today. You guys know what would make my day today? You want to know? You want to know what would make my day today? We got 300, 400 people in here right now. I know it's the dog days of summer. I know it's, baseball time, PLL time. I know we're hanging on to the NBA. We're hanging on to the NHL for dear life because it's about to leave us for the next couple months. You guys know what would make my fucking day today? If you drop the Twitch link or YouTube link in your gambling group chat and you say, hey, we're locking in right now. I got Krabs on the fucking stream handing out winners for free. This is the only group of people who knows what the fuck they're talking about, who isn't selling their picks and making a pretty quick penny off this puppy. Get involved. That would make my day. Let's get these numbers up, folks. Even if you're just sending it to your buddy who you're talking shop, crafting up winners with, help us grow the show. Nothing gets me more bricked up than when I fucking turn on this stream and I see the viewer count increase. Okay, and I haven't been giving you guys a hard time or really talking about it much over the summer because I know it's just, not as popular. But, come football time, we got to get these numbers up. Hit up your buddies. Hit up your gambling buddy. Hit up your group chat. Help us out. Help us grow the show. The more people that are in here, the harder I want to work to give you guys winners. Plain and simple. If you don't have a gambling group chat, that's okay. I know you got at least one buddy you can send that shit to. One. If not, that's okay. You've got the Bookit Sports community on X. You've got the Discord as well where you can talk up shop. That's okay. But if you do have a gambling group chat, if you do have a buddy who's betting on sports, help us out. Grow the show. Okay? Yeah, help me help you. Come on. Big Bad. You got a friend right here in me. Write that one down. Pretty sure that's from Toy Story. Cannot believe I just pulled that. We got Austin Rendis coming in hot with a 5-unit sub whale. Also, Ron Marks. We got Ron coming in hot, dropping a resub. Let's go, Ron. W. Ron, W. Austin Rendis. Appreciate you, goats. Rumor has it, Ron will be doing a PLL Spaces later tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ron, but I want to let the people know. Little PLL Spaces tonight. Be there, be square. He's going to fill you in on everything you need to know in the PLL this upcoming weekend. Okay? Shared the link with my boss over Teams. Attaboy, Spain. Certainly that'll happen, right? Just sent it to the family group chat. My Mima now wants Krabs to be my peepot. Okay, Hobie. Okay. I'm trying to get in on the PLL talks. Fannis, get in on there, bro. Ron did an impeccable job. Wasn't there for week 1. Had some corp shit. Week 2, he did an impeccable job. Impeccable job. Giving you all the deets. You could go in blind, not knowing shit about any teams, any players, and he's filling you all in. He's filling you all in. I fear it's the Redwoods over the Archers this weekend. Don't let the Redwoods get hot, Aries. It might be too late, bro. It might be too late. Come on. So sad my book doesn't have PLL, man. I'll tell you what, PAX Picks, you got to check on game days and check under the other sports category at the bottom of your book. You'd be surprised. Sometimes those puppies pop up on the offshores, the day of the games, under other sports. And yeah, all the legals have it. All the legals have it. Okay? Dubs. Let's keep moving and grooving. Goots, maybe we can go over some of these baseball games on the diamonds. Want to maybe go through the slate on Pickett Pro? W Pickett Pro. Can we clap it up for Pickett Pro real quick? Pickett Pro is fucking elite. If you guys are not using Pickett Pro and you're betting on sports every day, try the free trial out for me. See if you like it. If you want to use Pickett on your PC, on your laptop, check out Pickett Pro. Give it a shot. See if you like it. Do the free trial. If you don't, cancel that shit. Okay? Get involved. Give it a shot. If you're betting on sports every day, you probably should be checking out Pickett Pro. You take a peep at some of these splits as well. Yeah, those Pickett hats are sick, Pega. Sure. Aries says my PLL on my book is at the very bottom. Yes, Aries, W's. They put it up like an hour before the first games. Yeah, sometimes they put it up very, very late. Good point, Chaka. Good point. All right. We're going to look at that David Peterson hits allowed square. Don't worry, one shot phenom. We're going to take a peep at it. For now, so we've got to start with the early games. We got a couple that are already going right now. Looks like Luzardo got out of the first inning after going up a single to Seiya Suzuki. Love to see that. W's. Why don't we pick it up at Atlanta, Milwaukee? Let's take a peep at some of those splits. Atlanta, Milwaukee. You got Schwellenbach. You got Chad Patrick. I think this is a smash spot for the Braves. Do I want to lay minus 170? No. Do the Braves deserve to be laid at minus 170 ever? With the effort and the results that they're putting out on a day in, day out basis? Fuck no. They don't deserve our time, our hard-earned coins. No. But do I think that minus 170 is a winner? Yeah, I certainly do. I certainly do. Yes, it is. Need Logan Allen, earn runs allowed. Okay, Pax Picks. Sure. Yeah, we're looking square. Braves are catching steam as well. I know, dude. Up to minus 172. Look at all the bets on the under as well. I'll tell you what squares I certainly like in this game. I like that Chad Patrick more than earned runs allowed. I don't know if anybody saw that square, but you got Chad Patrick up there for 2.5 earned runs allowed. The guy's given up 4 earned runs allowed in his last 4 starts combined. And they're hanging a 2.5 earned runs allowed against the measly Braves who can't fucking hit shit right now. Come on. That's crazy. Braves ML. Chad Patrick, more than 2.5 earned runs allowed. Let's see if there's anything standing out for Schwellenbach. Take a peep. Yeah, nothing crazy really standing out for Schwellenbach, who's shown that he's human of late, right? He's not, going out there and absolutely dominating every outing, but still pretty solid arm. And his squares don't make it seem like he's going to get destroyed today, but they also don't make it seem like he's going to, throw an absolute fucking gem. So kind of in the middle there with Schwellenbach, but certainly some of those Chad Patrick squares make me feel like he's going to get roughed up a little bit today, early and often against the Braves. I think the Braves on the ML are a really good look, especially in a Fugazi or a money line parlay. Do I want to lay the minus 170? Probably not. Would I have laid the minus 140 earlier? Yeah, I probably would have. But again, you're still volunteering to bet on the Braves, who are a dumpster fire right now. They're one of those teams that really should not be bet on until they figure it the fuck out. I mean, it's an absolute joke. And again, in baseball, you can't really fade streaks. You can't really fade, struggling teams and expect success, at least over and over again. You could do a little one-off every once in a while if you're extremely confident. And I'm getting to that point with the Braves at minus 170 here. But do I want to lay that almost 2-1 on the Braves, who just can't put up any fucking runs? Their bullpen is atrocious. No, I don't. I really don't. In baseball, when they're hot, they're hot. When they're not, they're not. A little bit the big bat. Yep. You got to use half baseball brain and half nasty brain. If you use all baseball brain, you're still going to lose coins and be square. If you use all contrarian brain, you're going to lose coins and try to be too sharp, and you're going to try to fade streaks, and you're going to lose all your money. You got to find a happy medium on the diamonds, right? In the NFL, you could just bet lines. You could do no work, no reconnaissance, no research. In the NFL, you could just bet the nastiest lines every week, and you're probably making off like a bandit. Maybe not last season, but overall, yeah. MLB, you got to use half and half, 50-50. Baseball brain and contrarian brain. Okay? Krabs, a true MLB sharp. Sue me. Certainly not a true MLB sharp, but having a much better season this year than 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Last year was improvement as well from the year before that. So we're getting better on the diamond, certainly. I'm figuring out what works and what doesn't. I've changed a lot with my approach on the diamond. And we had a great day yesterday. 5-0-1 yesterday. Now, I did take some of Jovan's plays, to be fair. One of them pushed. I got lucky. I got a shitty number, over 11 in cores. We got lucky as heck that pushed. And then I took his, obviously, Yankees team total over, and that was maybe the greatest bet of the day. So not on my plays, but great day overall yesterday. Let's stay hot. It's all about adapting, Coop Eagle. No need to reinvent the wheel either. You don't have to just say, fuck it, and go anti-contrarian, only square up for Kitch, and just take only shit that makes sense. No, you'll lose coins that way too. Philly's asking, let's fucking go. Drive that pitch count up. Drive that pitch count up. Krabs, did you hear the huge news? Nats calling up the top prospect, Bruce the Bat Dog. I was waiting. Goots, I just got so angry. So angry. All at once.
How'd that make you angry?
Because we're over here making graphics, making videos, acting like we're calling up prospects, and then they fucking turn the camera around in the video. It's like the fucking AAA manager. You turn the video around, it's the fucking dog.
It's a dog.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, we have so many prospects that I want to get called up, especially Brady House, a name that's been thrown around a lot over the last couple of weeks. And I'm watching this video and I'm like, dude, are we about to call up Brady House? They turn the camera around. It's a fucking Chesapeake Bay Retriever in the video. Cute as a button. Great looking dog. I'm excited to see it run around. Its job is to fucking collect the bat, I guess. It's been doing it in AAA for years. But it gave me blue balls. I thought we were calling up Brady House. And then I'm seeing all day yesterday. Nobody gives a shit about the Nats blowing a game and some of the worst coaching decisions, worst third base coaching decisions, not pitching around Pete Alonso with an open base. Dave Martinez is a fucking bozo. And all people are talking about is how the Nats are calling up their puppy from AAA to go pick up the fucking bat at home plate after each at bat. Are you fucking kidding me? That's why I'm pissed off, Goots. Shit. Oh. Annoying as hell. Krabs, did you see the NCAA is changing hoops to 4 quarters? So lame, man. I don't know if that's official. But I did hear that they're talking about it. Okay. Krabs, you got to really read these to yourself before you say them out loud. I can't. I got to read all these chats, and I was going to get mad either way. Dude, I want to see Brady House play in the major leagues, not fucking Air Bud getting a call up, man, in the big 2-5. What are we doing? Oh, crazy, bro. He is a Rochester Red Wings legend, and I'm seeing people on Twitter, all these fucking Rochester Red Wings diehards are all so pissed. They're like, you took Bruce from us. Like, Jesus, people, get a life. These people have nothing else going on in their fucking world where that ruins their day. Give me a break. Oh, we got fucking Airbud getting called up, and Brady House is hitting 300, hitting a nuke every game, rotting away in AAA. Jesus. All right, let's keep moving and grooving. Philly's up 1-0. Sure we can. Impromptu steam Krabs. Yeah, that rubbed me the wrong way. Apologies to all the fans of Bruce out there. I don't give a fuck about Bruce and the Bat Dog. I want the Nats to win games. Oh, that shit rubbed me the wrong way. Sure. If the Bat Dog for a AAA baseball team is your biggest concern, give me your address. I'll send you a mirror. Go look at it. Yep. W. Chaka. Bro, the people are pissed. They're pissed. Okay? Can't be saying that. Bad juju. Okay. Give it a week, Krabs, and they'll be glazing Bruce. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't give a hoot. I want the Nats to win games, not calling up puppies. What are we doing? All right, let's keep moving and grooving. Got a couple other games to get to today on the Diamond. And then I do want to talk about the NBA game tonight. We got Trent, boots on ground, goots on ground. Okay? Peterson going to shut him out for this. Baseball gods don't like the dog slander. Oh, God. Did not know I'd have this many counters in the chat. I respect you guys standing on business, I guess. Let's talk about the Toronto and St. Louis game. Starting up this afternoon, we got Lauer on the bump, and we got Liberatore on the bump, and we got Toronto catching, I don't know, 15 cents of steam. 15 cents of steam. They probably should be catching steam the way they've been playing, the way they've been swinging the bats. Don't let Toronto get hot. It might be too late. It might be too late. Their offenses look great in this series so far in St. Louis. Certainly that keeps up and continues tonight, right? Well, I don't know. Could this be when St. Louis gets one? I thought it was pretty ridiculous seeing the Cardinals opening up at like minus 160 in this game last night. That's absurd. I know they're down to minus 140 right now, but I certainly am thinking about laying it. Let's take a peep at some of the squares up there on Prize Picks for both these starting pitchers. Eric Lauer doesn't have shit. We've got Liberatore, one of my favorite guys to fade. Does not always work out. His squares today make it seem like he's going to pitch pretty good, especially that 17.5 pitching out square, which is always a pretty good indicator for Liberatore, a guy who has command issues and does not typically go long in a game. It's kind of like Mackenzie Gore, although not nearly as good, obviously. But that's a great sign for him against a red-hot Toronto lineup. Give me the cards. Give me the cards. Liberatore. Liberatore. Give me the cards on the ML. Minus 140. This gives me a little bit better vibes than the Braves. Braves give me Krabs losing 40 units on the diamond 2 or 3 years ago and just not sacking up or learning from mistakes and just betting on teams that are supposed to be good, but they're actually not and they're struggling. That's the Braves tonight. The Cardinals, on the other hand, overall, the Cardinals, besides the last 3 games, I know they're on a 3-game losing streak. I don't give a shit. Before that, they're playing good ball. Give me the cards. Give me Liberatore. Sure. On the ML, minus 140. I might get involved with that play. And we got more runs in Philly. Wow. How many? How many, chat? Let me know. Woo! Get that pitch count up, Gootsy. I was honestly hoping it'd be a little bit higher. Should have just faded him on any other square, but 21 pitches so far. 2 outs in the first inning still. Can cards go in the squad ride poll? Potentially. Potentially. I certainly like the cards to salvage this series. And I'd probably rather play that at this point than the Mooshit Braves, especially considering they're minus 170, guys. Minus 170. Late to the party, does Arenado have any weird squares? Happy to look. He has a 1.5 hits, runs, RBI square. I mean, he had 8 hit, run, RBIs yesterday, so not really in the mood to back him after his great game last night, but he's got a fantasy score and a hit, run, RBI square. Not super weird, but Krabs Herrera. He's going yard. Am I tripping? Why can't I find his squares up? Maybe he doesn't have any up. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving. Need golf plays. I know, dude. We were supposed to get Kilkenny on here today, but did not get a reply, unfortunately. Fuck. Yeah, dude. The talk of the town today on X. The Nats are calling up their top prospect. Not prospect, prospect. Bruce the Bat Dog from AAA. I mean, he's cute as a button. Don't get me wrong. I fucking want this dog. So cute. Look at that pup. But after blowing that game last night, seeing that be the talk of the town makes me want to snap my phone over my kneecap like Bo Jackson. Out here pitching to Pete Alonso, the hottest hitter in baseball, with an open base. Blowing games. Sending Tana for no reason, stopping a fucking rally last night. That's what we should be talking about, is firing the coaching staff. That's what we need to address. Or how after the game, they asked Dave Martinez, they pressed him about the terrible third base coach we have. And he completely backed them and said it was fine, it was the right call. It wasn't. Even the broadcasters were roasting him. but he's Dave Martinez's drinking buddy. He ain't going anywhere. Oh, so beat. So beat. Still talking about the damn dog. Yep. Because I saw it again on my feed and it triggered me. Yep. Cute dog. Would prefer to see the Nats win games than a puppy going out there grabbing a bat. That's just me. Maybe someone prefer the puppy. I don't know. Saw some trends on TikTok and all of them led to him. Okay. I bet. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving. Might be the Cards on the ML, like we just talked about. Let's move though. How about the Athletics and the Angels? JP Sears. I saw some questions about JP Sears in the chat earlier. Could be a good time to get involved. Let's take a peep at JP Sears. His fantasy score is pretty high. Now, this is a guy who typically gets some line respect on the books and on prize picks. He gets some respect as well. Now, I'm looking at some of his squares. I mean, the guy's been not great of late. He does face the Angels today, who, I mean, they're sneakily only 2 games under 500. They're playing really good ball right now. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares. That certainly scares me fading them, but it's also pretty weird seeing JP Sears' fantasy score and some of his prize pick squares as high as they are. It's weird. Good sign for JP Sears there and the Athletics, but Kyle Hendricks and the Angels are catching steam. They probably should be catching steam with how they've been playing, especially compared to the Athletics, who have won like 2 games in the last month, but I certainly want to go look at Kyle Hendricks squares and see what's going on over there. Let's see. He's got a 24.5 fantasy score, a little bit higher than what he's been doing typically. I mean, Kyle Hendricks is a garbage can up there on the bump. Garbage can. Now, they are coming off a 2-1 game in this series, and the total is still sitting at 10. High. It's because the bullpens are dog shit. And the starting pitchers have a combined 11 ERA. So probably has something to do with it. If I had to play something in this game, it would be the Athletics on the ML. But am I getting involved and betting on a quail shit team right now that is struggling immensely and fading one of the hottest teams in baseball? No, we don't do that anymore. It doesn't work. So we're going to stay off. But I do lean the Athletics. Certainly. A's need to win at some point. I agree, Billy. But that's not the right way to bet on baseball, unfortunately. Got to be better. We got to be better. Can we talk about the Dodgers and the Padres? I wouldn't mind a little impromptu steamed goots talking about the Dodgers and their fucking lackadaisical ways and their complacency and them giving up on a game when they're down 9-0 in the 6th when that offense could score 10 runs in 1 inning. Wouldn't mind hearing Goots' thoughts on that whole set.
It's not more of a steam Krabs. It's more that I think it's hilarious and I love seeing it. Like, I'm totally fine with preying on their downfall. I think like no one feels bad for the Dodgers. Like, you got Enrique Hernandez pitching in a game, and you're supposed to be the best team in the league. What's going on here?
Yep.
I think it's funny.
I mean, they got destroyed.
Yeah, and then people chirp me in the comments like I'm an Orioles fan. Like, Dodgers expectations, Orioles expectations. I'm more harping on that than just me being an O's fan. Obviously, I know.
Yeah, the O's have high expectations every year, but certainly not even near as high as the Dodgers.
Even close to the Dodgers.
Not even close. Not even close. Yep.
Yeah.
Joshy said, how is it not the Cubs? Lol, well, Josh. God damn it, Danny. Well, I'm seeing the Cubs are asking Q's. Phillies are fucking up now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is Luzardo losing plot here, chats? Do we have 2 guys on? Shit. We do. Back-to-back singles. Carson Kelly, what a great story. Have a year, Carson Kelly. Have a year. And then Justin Tucker just got a single as well. We'll see if you can get out of this puppy. Okay? We Dodgers fans are doing just fine. Yesterday, water under the bridge. We move. I mean, yeah, that's the right mentality to have, Richie, but something just feels a little bit off with this Dodgers squad. Now, I said the same thing last season, and then they won the World Series. So it really doesn't matter what the vibes are at right now. 65 games into the season. What matters is the vibes around October. That's all that matters. So maybe they're saving their good stuff, their good vibes, their good juju, their efforts for later on this season. I don't know. They're also not healthy. Good point from SF Giants. Weren't the O's faves to win the AL East? No. The Yankees were faves to win the AL East, but the Orioles were right behind them at second. Right behind them at second. Which is weird. We talked about that. Probably should have been the Red Sox with all the hype they were getting in the offseason, and then the Rays were getting disrespected as well. So, weird. But yeah, it was obviously the Yankees who were the favorite. We got a strikeout for Luzardo, please. He struck out Nico Horner. Wow, that doesn't happen very often. Maybe that means his stuff is pretty good. Okay. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving, Goots. A couple more games to get to, my man. I don't think I'd play shit in this Dodgers and Padres game, but we can check the splits real quick if you want. I don't like betting the Dodgers. They're kind of cold right now, but I can't bet on a Padres team that just won a game 11-1. Legally obligated to either fade or stay off that. So I'd say the lean is the Dodgers to bounce back probably after getting embarrassed last night, or nothing at all. Okay. I mean, seeing Kasparis, I know he has better stats than Vasquez, and Vasquez is a fucking trash can up there on the bump. He's bad. He's worse than his 3.7 ERA. I like the Dodgers today. Am I willing to lay -150 for him? Probably not. But it could be a decent bounce back spot. Could be a good time for some runs. Yeah. I do like that over in that game, Dead Larry Bird. Good point. Certainly like that over. That's probably the look, right? Just fading Kasparis, who's been overperforming, and fading Vasquez, who has been better than he actually is of late, and he's due for some serious regression. When it hits, it's going to get ugly because that guy can toss turkeys like no other. Like no other. Okay. Wow. Heads up. Soto DR jersey giveaway at Citi Field tonight. Holy shit. That place is about to be rocking tonight. How about Soto hitting a nuke last night against my Nats and Mackenzie Gore? Oh, it was so cool, but it sucked so much at the same time. It was so weird. So weird. Soto might be back. A series against his former team hitting nukes could be exactly what the doctor ordered. Yeah, Richie, I'm still feeling Dodgers ML. Favorite play in that game. I still like the Dodgers ML. Also like the over. It's still a Dodgers over. Square, but they hit a good amount. Another K. Let's fucking go Chipper. Let's go Chaco. Let's go, boys. We got 2 outs. 2 outs for Luzardo? Sure. Come on. God, Matt Shaw is rat shit. He's terrible. Also a Terp. Also a Terp. Hard Rock boosted the Dodgers. All right, I'm off. I'm off, if that's true. Okay. Matt Shaw is dog shit, folks. Dog shit. Now we got to get Vital Brujon out here. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's talk about the next game. How about Detroit and the O's? How about Casey Mize? How about the O's and Eflin at -130? I mean, come on. Come on. How many times are the books going to make the Orioles -130 or -140? How many fucking times? And they never win. Goots is doing backflips over there, hearing me talk about this right now, hoping I jinx it, and deservingly so. He should be. But when's the last time the O's actually came through? When they were -130 or -140? Guys, they don't. Ever. Unless Dean Kramer is up and moving, and he's not today. The O's do not respect coins at -130 or -140. There is one time when the Orioles actually do respect coins a good chunk, and it's when they're underdogs. I don't know what the Orioles have on the books, what dirt they have on them, why they keep making them fucking -130, -140 favorites. They're facing the best team in the American League tonight. Casey Mize has a sub-3 ERA. He is 6-1. The Tigers have won 3 of their last 4 games. The Orioles are struggling. Zach Eflin sucks.
Okay.
He has a 5 ERA, and the Orioles are minus 130. Why? How?
We're either getting swept or winning one of
How,
these games,
Goots?
and we're gonna be underdogs against Skewball tomorrow. So,
sure, you'll be underdogs against Skewball tomorrow,
and watch
but
us
I'm
win
talking
that.
about this game today. What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
And W. Luzardo getting out of that jam. Let's go, chat.
Right on.
Let's go, chat. The books act like the Orioles are the Dodgers. Yeah, dude, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I was talking with Goots about it before BTL today. I'm like, look, it's a good reminder. Guys, odds are not projections of what's going to happen in a game. People think that odds are predictions from the books, projections of what's about to happen, and just the model spewing out, the best, simulation of what's about to occur. That is baloney. That is bullshit. That is incorrect. That's where they start. And then they got a guy coming in a wife beater and slick back hair, and he tinkers the line a little bit and moves it around to get you to bet on the wrong shit. Lines are there to get you to bet on the wrong thing. Anybody who tells you differently is wrong. They are not projections. They are not simulations of what's going to happen in the game. Guys, if it was that fucking easy for them, we'd be making way more coins. It's not. And sports are also way more random than that too. So that also doesn't help. But the lines are there to get you to bet on the wrong shit. Now, what I can't understand about the O's, I get it with every other team, every other sport. But what I can't understand about the O's, who in their right mind is betting on the Orioles today? Why would the books want you to bet on Detroit here at plus money, just like last night when Detroit came through and was the freest play on earth at plus chicken? Are they giving you a freebie again? They might be. But what are the books seeing putting the Orioles at minus 130? And then you go look at the splits. Goots, if you don't mind, scroll down a hair. Everyone and their mother is betting on the Tigers, just like last night. Not surprising, they should be. They should be betting on the Tigers. At plus chicken, that looks like the easiest play on the boards. And if any other teams were involved, I'd be fading that narrative. But with the O's, man, they just simply can't fucking do it. They simply can't fucking do it. I don't know. Maybe the odds makers, maybe a player on the O's stole their girlfriend. I don't know. Something's up. I can't figure it out. The Orioles have no reason to be laying minus 130, minus 140, series in, series out against the best teams in baseball. But here we go again. Here we go again. A couple years ago, I'd be putting sneak units, a lot of them, on the Orioles in this spot. Guys, it doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work. I wish it did. I'd be so rich. I'd be so fucking rich. You can't. It doesn't work. It's not that easy. The Orioles are the one team that just simply don't make any sense. They don't make any sense. Put them off to the side. Let them splooge. If they come through in a sharp spot once every, fortnight, once every 14 days like they typically do, great. You tip cap, you move on, you acknowledge it, but you still don't bet on it. You still don't hop on the train. If they don't come through in a sharp spot, you don't let it piss you off. You let it go. And you just keep them off to the sides. Cannot bet on that team. You can't. They don't respect coins. All right. That's my little rant on the O's. Please stop betting on them. Please. Today. Probably after that rant, Goods. Yeah. Pretty good chance. Pretty good chance. But we're not going to bet on it. Nope. Too many other good games going on. How are you going to fade the heaviest team in the league? Yeah. Is that a thing?
Did you see that graphic? It's just like one stat that the teams lead in. Everyone else is like,
oh I did see that graphic.
Highest OPS.
That was cool.
Two strike counts, normal shit.
Yeah.
Those are just heaviest team in the league.
Like by weight?
By weight.
Okay.
I don't get it. Felix is big, yeah, but some teams have Rowdy Tellez on their team.
Yeah. I feel like everybody on the Orioles is kind of a big guy, though, except for Cedric Mullins.
I guess like height. Well, yeah.
Pitchers are all big and tall. everybody in the fucking field is huge.
Yeah.
Besides Mullins.
Not like overly huge, but I guess when you add it
Not
up.
fat,
When
but
you
just
add it up,
big and weigh a
there you
lot.
go. Yeah.
Just tall.
Yeah.
You guys got a lot of tall players.
Yeah.
I remember watching the Nats O series. I'm like, Jesus, man. I know you got a bunch of fucking James Woods out there.
Yeah.
They're tall.
Gunner's
They're big.
Not 305. Nope.
No, but Gunner's probably a sneak, 210.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, crazy Rowdy Telestre, but probably deservingly so. Yep.
Yeah.
Holiday, kind of tiny as well. Yep, you're right. But besides him and Mullins, everybody else on that O's team looks like a fucking giant. Okay. You know what the Nats stat was on that graphic? Most games won as an underdog. Shout out the Nats. Respecting underdog bettors. Respecting their coins. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving. Keep me updated in Chicago and Philly. Would love to see Ben Brown's pitch count get jacked up here a little bit more. Really good first inning there, but looks like he's making quick work here in the second. Keep me updated, guys. Krabs, congrats on the new promotion for your Nats. Bruce the Bat Dog. Okay. I just don't get it. I don't. Let's talk about the worst team, most overrated team in baseball, the Yankees. They're on the road tonight. They're facing off against Bubic. They're coming off a big-time win. Sneakily really good. The Yankees 40-25, coming off a 10-2 win last night. Goots, what do we do after teams win 10-2?
You fade.
You fade them. 2 words. You fade them. Okay? Like the Royals, lean that way. And just seeing the Royals barely a plus money against the Yankees, I don't care if they're home. I don't care if Bubic has been damn near unhittable this season. Don't give a shit. Great sign for the Royals. Like them today on the ML. I know the Yankees are destroying lefties. Maybe it's an over. So let's go take a peep at some of the squares for the starting pitchers in this game. We've got Schmidt. Clark Schmidt. How about it? He's got a 5.5 hits allowed square after giving up 7 hits in that last one. He's got a 17.5 pitching out square after only going 17 in his last starts. He's also got a 2.5 earned runs allowed square after giving up 3 runs in 2 of his last 3 starts each. So kind of makes me want to take the less than there, I guess. Not a great sign for the Royals, but also nothing crazy up there for him. Then you go look at Bubic. And again, Bubic is one of those guys, along with the rest of this Royals rotation, that you really should just not try to get sharp on and fade, because these guys just day in, day out, they go out there and fucking shove. I don't know what it is, but Cameron, Waka, Bubic, whoever their pitching coach is deserves a fat raise because he's getting the most out of these gents. A ton out of them. Let's go take a peep at Chris Bubic. Wow. And with all that being said, Chris Bubic might get mucked up today. Holy shit. Now, again, this kind of feels like bait. This feels like me walking into the Noah Cameron less than pitching out square from yesterday, and the guy gives up 6 earned runs and still goes more than his pitching outs. It's because the Royals bullpen, I know they've been better of late, but overall, they are quail shit. Quail shit. Okay? So they want to extend those starters, have them go as long as they possibly can so they don't have to dive into that bullpen early on in games. Bubic has a 16.5 pitching out square that is extremely green, completely green. The guy hasn't pitched less than 19 pitching outs in the last month and a half. That's crazy, bro. Cameron loves grooving 93 middle to Judge, though. Yep, for some reason, that's the one guy he'll throw cock vein fastballs to. Everybody else, though, he's pitching around and nibbling. Riddle me that one. Makes no fucking sense. Chris Bubic, looking at the prize picks board, he might be getting destroyed today. Now, obviously, his props on the books, his squares on prize picks, they're going to be lower. They're going to make it look like he's going to pitch worse when he's facing against, the Yankees, one of the best offenses in baseball. Obviously, they're going to be a little skewed. But to be this skewed, it's certainly catching my eye. And I kind of want to fade Bubic. The guy's given up 3 runs combined in his last 5 starts. It's crazy. 2 shutouts in there. And then a couple starts allowing 1 run, and that's it. He's got a 1.5 goblin earned run square up there on prize picks. Wow.
Krabs, I'm going to be honest. We faded Noah Cameron yesterday, who has been goated too. I don't know if we can get two of them.
It didn't work yesterday. I guess we faded folks. Yeah.
Yeah. We took Yankees team total.
Yeah, the prize pick square there on Cameron. Cost me.
Yeah.
Cost me.
I don't know if we'll get two.
Royals Royals be favorites first 5 is crazy. Are they Spain? Sorry, I was having trouble reading that fucking comment. Are the Royals favorites through the first 5? Yeah, they are. And again, maybe Bookit and maybe the Royals pitchers, we got to put them to the side like the Orioles and just not fade them on prize picks. Because every time I do, they still go out there and shove. Yeah, you don't see that very often, Pax picks. Could definitely have something to do with the significant starting pitching advantage for the Royals. But then you go look at his fucking squares on prize picks. It looks like he's about to get destroyed today. Destroyed. Braves catching close to 30 cents of steam. I bet I didn't hear no about. Okay. JJJ, good luck. Luzardo 6Ks already? Sure. Jovan said it's pretty common. Yeah, I mean, it happens every day probably, but not in every game. Who's going yard today, Krabs? I don't know, man. I'm giving you guys everything I got on prize picks and book plays. Isn't that enough? I went 0 for 3 on Dinger Tuesday plays yesterday. You really want me to force cake? Give you guys hitting a home run? Let me give you a life hack. Stop betting home run bets and start just taking prize pick squares and prize picks lineups. Picking a guy to hit a home run is damn near impossible. Just pick a guy to get on base. Pick a guy to do job. Take his more than fantasy score. You got a way better chance. Like if I took Goldie fantasy score yesterday on prize picks, that shit's green. But taking him to hit a home run, it's cake. Cake. All right. Jackson Holiday's hitting a nuke. Okay, good. Sure you can. 2 more games. White Sox and Astros. I got nothing really in this one. Shout out the White Sox for winning last night. Shout out Shane Smith. He's him. Wish he came through on that walk square, but he pitched pretty damn well. I don't know if I have a lean in this game, I'll be honest. Would probably lean another nasty under in that game. And then you got Robbie Ray versus Kyle Freeland, 2 lefties facing off tonight in Coors. That total opened up at 10 after we got another pushed over last night. Depends on what number you got, but some people pushed, some people had an L hook. Some interesting squares up here on prize picks in this game, but again, you got to take it for a grain of salt because they're playing in Coors. So obviously factoring in more runs, more offense, even with the Moose Shit Rockies lineup. Robbie Ray does have a 2.5 earned runs allowed square. That's very, very red. Again, Robbie Ray, not a guy I want to fade anymore. I learned my lesson. This guy is the luckiest pitcher in baseball this season. He's fucking good. Every time he goes out there, he doesn't pitch that good, but the results are good, and he gets out of jams every fucking time. I'm done fading this guy this season. It doesn't work. Put him off to the side with the Orioles. Put him off to the side with the Royals starting pitchers. We have enough shit on the slate today where we don't need a force cake in the Rockies and Giants game tonight. Okay? If anything, you just back Robbie Ray at this point because he's got a horseshoe up his ass. He's lucky as hell. All right? Robbie squares look sus, but it's Coors. Exactly, Pax picks. It cancels out. I do like that Festa less than 1.5 walks allowed square, Savage. I looked at it. I thought about taking it. The over was juicy on the books. That's what kept me off. But I do like that less than. I do. All right. Is there another game we didn't talk about? People were talking about the Angels and A's, or the Athletics and Angels. We already did talk about that game. We talked about that puppy. Kind of want to back JP Sears and the Athletics in this game, but I don't know if I want to fade the Angels. Fading hot teams like that on the diamond just simply doesn't work. It's not that easy. So I would lean the Athletics, but I'm going to probably stay off, and I recommend you guys do the same. Let's go take a peep at the NBA game tonight. Did not skip the D-backs game. You just joined late, my man. You can go back and rewind on the YouTube at Bookit Sports and watch the beginning and then sell jobs on those games. Oh, of course, the Nats game we didn't talk about, but that's okay. We don't need to. Let's talk about OKC and Indiana. Do you guys think the Thunder are getting one on the road with Trent in attendance? Is Trent getting one on the road? Or is it going to be Fruity cashing out big time? Looking at the splits, Looks like OKC already won this game. What are your guys' thoughts after that blowout? Were you expecting Indiana to be getting more points? I kind of lean Indiana at that plus 4.5 opener, but I'm starting to see, oh no. Noah Brown carted off the field at minicamp. Dudes. Fuck. That is not good, bro. Prayers up. That guy had a weird, kidney laceration during the end of the season last year. Had to deal with all that bullshit. And now he's hurt again. Glass fucking bones, dudes. Anybody hear Ben Johnson roasting Luther Burden already for not being available and already being hurt? He was letting him have it the other day. It's weird, almost. Anybody see that interview? I'm sure Joshy did. Weird. Are you going to go to training camp at all? Schwarbaum. Wow. After chirping him all day yesterday, good to see him coming through. Sure. Chaco, I don't know. I'm not a big training camp guy, but no way you're working the ground screw for it. Could you hook me up? We'll talk. The one play I like the most on Prize Picks in the finals tonight, obviously it's fading Aaron Wiggins and taking his less than 6 points. Chaco, we'll talk. Certainly like that angle. Okay, and then you've got Pacers. I like the under in this game, but I kind of like the Pacers to cover. I don't know if I'm going to bet it, though. I would lean the Pacers on the spread. I like them opening up plus 4.5 after getting destroyed. I automatically lean that side. But am I confident enough to bet it? Probably not. I like the under as well. Checking to see what people are betting on in this game. Looks like a lot of Thunder and a lot of under bets. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me Aaron Wiggins less than 6 points, POD, in this game. I do like the Pacers to cover. I do. I think they keep it within a couple. They got some magic. And look at all these OKC bets. Most popular player prop, SGA points. Not really surprising there. Okay. All right, Nats report real quick. Tempo and pace, 30-second Nats report. This series, after last night's game, this series reminds me of the Padres-Nats series last year where the Padres dropped sack on the Nats and pretty much, big dick us and stuffed us in a locker. Kind of reminds me of the same thing. And it kind of is going the same way as last year's series went against the Padres, where they had a bunch of walk-offs, a bunch of come-from-behind wins. We had a bunch of great starts, the Nats did, and then they blew it late. That's kind of how this series is feeling to me, and I think Juan Soto and the Mets might have a little too much mojo going right now at this point, and I would not be shocked to see the Mets sweep the Nats, and then the Nats pick it up. They get hot in the next series and going forward, but I'm getting terrible vibes in this series, and I would not be shocked to see the Mets sweep. Peterson. You guys are talking about the Peterson hits allowed square. Let's look at that really quick. 5.5 hits allowed. Yeah, not super weird. I wouldn't be shocked if he shoves against the Nats. We just simply cannot hit lefties. So I would not be going around fading David Peterson today. Okay? I think the Nats lose again. Sucks, but I do. Let's go Phillies. All right, Goots. It's about that time. Let's run that puppy. I'm trying to see that train. Let's get the squad right up and moving. Dubs. Let's fucking go, Goots. W squad ride last night, chat. Let's fucking go. Great play on that over. Shit was free. Let's run it back. Let's have another great day today. Might have to just put my 3 favorite plays in there for right now from the Sharp report. We'll start with Mariners, Diamondbacks, first 5 under 4.5. The Rangers, Twins, under 8.5. And the Red Sox, first 5 money line. Was there anything else you guys heard me talk about today that you were in love with? Also, Goots would love your opinion here, but the Seattle-Arizona game starts up kind of soon in about an hour and 45. So if that's something you think we need to pass on, let me know. Okay. Let's see what else we got available today on the slate. Making sure we're not missing shit. Cards. Yeah, again, they start up really soon. And I'll probably be betting the cards. Check my picket to see if I lock it in, but I'm going to check that out right after the stream. I'm probably going to lock in the cards on the ML at minus 140. But wow, Carlos Santana with a grand slam for the Guardians. Jesus. Hope nobody has the under in that game. All right. Why don't we run these 3 plays? Do a little 2-minute poll here, Gootsy. 3 plays, 3 winners. We'll leave it in there. We'll let the chat decide. They're not going to pick that play anyways. All right. 3 plays, 3 winners. Mariners, D-backs, first 5 under 4.5. Rangers, Twins, under 8.5. And the Red Sox, first 5 money line. Let's not forget Jovan talking about that Red Sox series price before the Rays series where they were minus 155. They've split it so far. I'm liking that Red Sox first 5 play. Certainly liking the Rangers and Twins under 8.5 after 20 combined runs yesterday. And then the Mariners, Diamondbacks, first 5 under 4.5. I know it's an early start, so vote accordingly. Okay, get involved. Castellanos robbed of a home run. No shot, bro. No shot. Get those votes in chat. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. 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 Krabs, any earned runs props for later? I like Brian Wu, less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. I do. Looks like the Pirates are up 4-0 after an Andrew McCutchen nuke. Sure we can. Are we getting runs today? Interesting. It is day game, so sometimes you see more offense in those. Some good weather, some day game vibes, some bright lights. Get those votes in chat. 3 plays, 3 winners. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Get involved. You got about a minute left. We do have the Surge stream starting up right after this. WRAV. Appreciate you, Beast. I wouldn't mind fading Randy Vasquez and taking his more than earned runs allowed demon either. I like that OG Sour. Yep. There's a chance I end up putting the Dodgers on my cards. And I don't bet them a lot. I'm going to dive into that game this afternoon. No way Deadass Darius is betting the Blue Jays, bro. I don't know, man. I know they're catching steam, but I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do the Dodgers over. Yeah, it might just be the Dodgers ML chalk. Rumor Kutch just passed Roberto Clemente for all-time Pirates home runs. Wow. If that's true, that's crazy. Get those votes in chat. What's it going to be? Will Pacers score 20-plus points, Krabs? Probably not, if I had to guess. Probably not. All right, W stream today, WBTL. The squad ride is going to be the Red Sox first 5 money line. Okay, sure. Let's go Sox. Stick around for the Surge stream. WRAV, appreciate you stepping up and hosting, my man. You guys better give your best sell job you possibly can. Get prepped, get ready, and give him the sell job of your lifetime. Do not stray. Stay right here. We're going to fire up the Surge stream right now. Okay, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.